What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Work MachineZo. Today we is gonna react to The Family. Shout out to them. Been rocking with them for about 2-3 years. Right now we gonna talk about Darius Miles. His last play, DC basketball star witnesses his best friend testify against him for a life sentence. Oh my God, it's crazy because this boy was a star. He should really be in the NBA like right now, but instead he's in a jail cell. Subscribe to the Family TV. Subscribe to the Chill Life of Zoe, Work MachineZo, your boy right here, and we gonna get to the video like right now. Oh, he dunking on shit.
My goodness! Darius
Now he gotta
Miles.
hold another nigga pockets.
Darius Miles, I'm from Washington.
Boy, you was dunking on shit. Now you gotta hold on to another man pockets. Hope you get an appeal, my boy.
DC, and a couple things you should know about me.
What we should
is
know?
I'm goofy.
The first thing I come out your mouth is you goofy. Nigga, I could have told you that. Tell me something else I don't know. This nigga said, oh, I'm goofy.
My second sport was football. I played quarterback, and
Oh,
I love to
man.
watch action movies.
New details: a judge
That boy was a walking red flag. You said you goofy and you like to watch action movies? There's two things that just sound like they don't mix.
has denied bond for former Alabama basketball player Darius Miles. Court documents show
Oh,
probable cause was established
Jamal Murray
during a
looking at
preliminary
nigga.
hearing.
Nigga like Jamal Murray, don't it? Twin brother, nigga, doppelganger, nigga.
Day. Miles faces capital murder charges in connection to the shooting death of Jamia
Ooh,
Harris.
capital
The
murder.
case is now set for a grand jury. During that same hearing, a Tuscaloosa police officer testified, saying freshman standout Brandon Miller brought the gun to Miles.
And if y'all don't know Brandon Miller, he's in the NBA right now. Nigga probably should be locked up with the nigga because he gave him the gun that ultimately did the capital M1. But nevertheless, he is in the NBA balling like a mug. I think he has shut down the season. They ain't go nowhere, ain't make it to the playoffs, had a terrible season. But nevertheless, my boy is getting paid and he is in the NBA balling for the Charlotte Hornets. That is Brandon Miller. They used to play on Alabama together. They should be in the NBA together, but instead, one is in a jail cell, one is in the NBA, and honestly, they probably should be in a jail cell together. But that's not my judgment.
He says Miller received a text from his now former teammate telling him to bring the weapon. Alabama head basketball coach Nate.
Boy, in Alabama, you gotta live like that, bro. And niggas will try you, but to not have your own fire is what got you caught up. Brandon Miller, that nigga should have had his own fire. What the fuck you giving niggas fire for? Now you caught up in some shit.
Later
A
spoke
young
on the
nigga's
news,
mentality
saying
is
Miller
slow.
isn't facing any trouble.
We did.
Should be.
We knew about that. I mean, you know, you can't control everything anybody does outside of practice. Nobody knew that was going to happen.
Boy, them ears
College
on
kids
10.
are out. Brandon hasn't been in any type of trouble, nor has he in any trouble.
Big ass ears, boy. I ain't gonna roast you too hard, boy, but god damn.
Trouble in this case.
The state says that based on Alabama law, it cannot charge Miller with any crime for bringing the weapon to Miles. Nate Oates later apologized.
Well, why not? I just don't understand, I guess. Boy, you got off. You got off on a good one.
For his earlier statements, saying he needed to clarify his intentions. Oates says, quote, "This entire time, I've tried to be thoughtful in my words relative to this tragic incident."
Niggas just need to just shut up, bruh. Of course, it was gonna be poor from the get-go. Whether it was a girl, whether he wasn't gonna shoot it, you giving him a gun. What you thought he was gonna do with it, man? Y'all boys got futures.
And my statements came
Kinda
across
thug.
poorly. We were informed by law enforcement of other student athletes being in the vicinity, and law enforcement has repeatedly told us that no other student athletes were suspects. They were witnesses only.
Sheesh. They should have witnessed his ass, told his ass to stop, bro. What you doing, bro? You lame as hell anyway, cause you killed a girl. What? She was dating somebody else? You let your emotions trick you out of check, bro. You could have gotten the NBA. Now you got 4-5 of them. But now you in the jail cell with 4-5 niggas. One of them you holding their pocket.
Understanding is that they have all been fully truthful and cooperative.
On the first week of May in 2025, a college basketball player best friend was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Woo! Ain't no appeal. Ain't no appeal. That boy, four walls trapped, bruh. Rest of your life, no parole. Yikes.
5-day
But
trial.
whoever he
for a
killed, they
crime
ain't
that was
coming back
committed over
either,
2
so.
years ago. And get this, according to this trial, which we'll later break down, the prosecutor believed the man who provided the firearm was the guy who had the brightest future. The ticket, the guy he was set to protect, the hometown hero, due to his gift and dedication to basketball. The 6'7" small forward from Washington, D.C., Darius.
So he had the brightest future? So nigga was supposed to be in the NBA more than Brandon Miller? Oh, you crashed out heavy.
Darius was
Salute
a
to the
3-star
Roll
prospect
Tide.
coming out of high school. He attended IMG Academy, accepted his offer for the University of Alabama on
Boy
a
thought he
full
was
ride to
Nelly,
play
wasn't it?
basketball from 2020 to 2023 before his incident. While at Alabama, he primarily played as a reserve, appearing in 53 games with 2 starts. He was also a key figure in the
That boy got a
2020
dread in
recruiting
his
class.
head.
I grew up in Southeast. My
Freaky R&B. Boy, back your ass up, boy. Freaky R&B real mixtape. Boy, what this is?
she had a apartment in Parknella.
Okay.
That's
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We next.
All right, Darius.
Dumber and dumber.
Honestly, just learning lessons.
You ain't learning
That's
shit.
what I really.
You ain't learning
well,
shit.
us as a team usually look at when we take losses. Just learning.
Bradley hits a first half buzzer beater as Alabama heads into the locker room up 37 points.
I remember this game. Smoking LSU. Smoking the boots off them boys.
Alabama will go on and win the game by 40 points,
Facts.
106-66, making their record for the year 15-2.
Them boys had them real drillers on the squad. That's why. It was a goddamn, it's killer versus killer match. LSU versus Alabama, Baton Rouge versus goddamn Tuscaloosa. Oh my lord.
And 12-5 for LSU. To
Niggas
celebrate
balling with the
being
scraps
ranked number
on.
1 in the nation, Miles went to go plan an evening with Davis, Brandon Miller, and Jaden Bradley. Miller and Bradley were Miles' teammates. Davis, of course, as we just mentioned, was the best friend of Miles. It was
Niggas is all type of bullshit. You wasn't even supposed to be fucking with this dude, bruh. If he on some gangster street shit.
affiliated with the team. They met up at the VI at University Downs apartment complex prior to going out. Bradley drove Davis to 1225, sports bar on the strip. Miller drove Miles there. But during this 5-day trial, Davis had testified
Time
that
out,
the
time out. What is this on your neck? Buzz? Boy got a bumblebee neck, bruh. Buzz, bruh, y'all gotta chill with these neck tattoos. Buzz Lightyear neck. Shit is crazy. Every neck tattoo, bruh, ain't it, bruh. Give a fuck if your nickname is that, bruh. You got it on your throat.
too long. So instead, he
Put
went
that
to
bitch
Moe's
somewhere
barbecue,
gangster.
while Miles, Bradley, and Davis went into 1225 together and left once it closed. Miles, Bradley, and Davis left the bar and walked across University Boulevard.
Loaded off them drinks. Black Jeep, that bit clean. Black on black Rubicon. Hell yeah. That's probably what the Vic was in, the victim.
Jeep Wrangler set parked at a stop sign with his hazards on. Inside that Jeep was a 23-year-old mom of one, Jimmy
Damn.
Harris. She was in the passenger. Her
Man, rest in peace to Lil Shouty, man.
boyfriend, a man identified as Cedric Johnson, was in the driver. In the backseat was Harris' cousin, a young woman identified as Asia Humphrey. Now, Miles didn't initially stop at the Jeep, but Davis did. He danced to the front left of it, but then Cedric rolled the driver's side backseat window down. As Davis walked up, had a confrontation with Cedric. Now, testimony differed as to what exactly.
Alright, so Darius, my best friend, had a confrontation with the driver of the Jeep. That was what we got so far. Ugly braids out of nigga. Nigga got braids going to the front of his head.
was said between the two, but Davis testified that he called Cedric out to have a fist fight. But Miles came back to the Jeep and pulled Davis away from the Jeep. Johnston testified.
So he trying to catch the ones with a nigga in the middle of the street. Bruh, niggas ain't trying to fight you, bruh. This sound like a pistol situation already, bro. What you trying to catch the ones for in the middle of the street? Bro, do this shit on your own time, bro. On goddamn another day. Middle of the street ain't where it's at, bro.
Eventually, the trio walked away from the Jeep. Miles had a quote, common effect, end quote, on Davis. Bradley had told police, per testimony from 2023, which the family TV will request once the completion of this investigation. Miles told police he saw a gun pass back to Cedric while at the Jeep. Cedric and Humphreys confirmed during...
Duh, cause what y'all walking up on a nigga car for, bruh? Nigga ain't in the wrong for having a fire in his car and getting the shit ready for y'all dumbass niggas. Number 2 crash out of the nation.
Davis' trial that Cedric testified Harris slid him his gun after Davis told him he whacked people. Davis denied saying that during his testimony. Miles...
You probably said it, bro. Thinking you tough. Trying to be tough in a city full of tough crash outs. But nobody don't be... But they be scared, bro. And that's why niggas pull they file out. Because niggas really be scared, bro. You talking all this gangster shit, bro. You got to prove it, bro. Because these niggas be scared and they going to defend their life.
Davis away from the Jeep because he sought the gun, Miles told police. Miles, Davis, and Bradley walked behind Hudstow back to Braley's car. At 1:38 a.m., Miller texted Miles to let him know he was on his way to pick him up from the strip. 9 seconds later, Miles texts Miller, quote, I need my joint, a nigga.
I need my joint. Yeah, he hot, too. He ain't even spelling shit right. Boy.
This real lie got the fake, end quote. And for those who don't know, joint is a DC term for firearm. Now, Miller told the jury it meant, quote, somebody was trying to scare somebody, end quote. According to AEL.com.
Yeah, man, that's a good defense to get up out of it, but you know them boy wasn't trying to scare shit, bro. The nigga said, goddamn, he probably told him, hey, bro, them niggas put a fire on me. I need a fire. The nigga provided the fire knowing what's gonna happen, bro. Nigga, you not giving a gun to go... It's just, bro, you just in the common sense, bro.
During the trial last
situation
week, an attorney
over with.
for Davis asked Miller, quote, when you received this text message, you knew Darius wanted that firearm. It's because someone was threatening him, right? Question mark, end quote. Miller had answered, quote, correct.
So why give it to him, bro? He really got lucky, bro. He must have been praying to the Most High, cause shit, you really should be locked up too, fam. I don't know what laws they got up out there, but providing the murder weapon to the suspect, it just seemed like it's a bad situation to get you some time.
Miles got in the car with Bradley in his 2-door Dodge Challenger and drove back to Great Street. Meanwhile, Davis went to, quote, look for the Jeep, and quote, Bradley had testified. Bradley had quoted,
that boy like
he was
got
worried
dip
about
in
the
his
Jeep.
Mouth. The Alabama nigga different. He probably got the dip in his mouth, nigga, balling off the tobacco, giving niggas buckets.
Miles and Bradley drove to Great Street to, quote, to check on Buzz, end quote. Bradley testified, Buzz is Davis' nickname. Miles and Bradley parked on the right side of Great Street. Miller pulled up behind them in his Dodge Charger and also parked. Miles walked up to Davis and Skylar X's, which is Miles' girlfriend. Then the three walked back to the 2 cars. Miles and Davis then walked to the back right of Miller's.
They doing too much walking back and forth, bro. That nigga too emotionally involved, bro. Dead that shit, bro. You about to be an NBA nigga. The fuck we worry about these little hoes for? Fuck that little hoe. She ain't see the vision.
While
you a college nigga, bro. You slow.
Dash cam audio from Miller's car made it possible to hear what Davis and Miles said in the back of the car. Testimony
probably
from Davis and a
Buzz neck.
police investigator confirmed who said what. Quoted, the heat is in the hat, end quote, from Miles. Response from Davis, quote, is there one in the head? End quote. Miles had responded, you know it is. The
Boy.
conversation referred to a handgun and that a bullet was in the chamber, per testimony from an investigator. A police investigator testified.
Oh, so I see what's going on. This nigga right here, Darius Miles, just threw his life away for his best friend. That's just what happened. The best friend is the one who did the murder, arguing with this dumb nigga that they ain't have to. So Darius Miles took the initiative to go find him a gun. I see why Brandon Miller not in trouble now. Still got lucky, young nigga. He gave a gun to Darius Miles, and Miles gave a gun to goddamn Davis Buzz neck. But that's where the situation get rough. Bro, you just threw your life away for nothing.
In 23, he relied on this conversation.
He ain't got no sentence yet, but his partner got
sentenced. Miles aided and abetted a capital murder. After Miles emerged from the back of the Dodge Charger, he walked back to his girlfriend, who was standing at the front of the car. Davis went a different direction Miles moved Essence and her friend off Gray Street to an area behind Houndstooth. Davis told Darius to take him home. Essence had testified. Miles walked behind towards Miller and Braley's car on Gray Street. Then he walked by both cars, continued to walk past the Jeep that had ended up right behind Miller's car. The Jeep didn't.
But it's too much walking and passing and getting in cars and all type of shit, bro. What the fuck happened?
Have his headlights on. Johnson testified that he switched them off about 2 minutes prior. Miles glanced into the Jeep when he walked by. Humphreys testified. Miles also flipped his hood on his jacket when he walked by the Jeep. In that moment, Davis emerged from behind two buildings. Miles flipped the hood back down right after. Miles continued walking and disappeared from his view. And
Oh, so they did all this on camera. Cause how the fuck do they know all of this shit? How they know you putting the hood up, exchanging this, and putting your hood back down? How do they know, man? Y'all don't look see where the camera's at?
view of the surveillance camera. He left the scene and was not on Gray Street when Davis ran up to the driver's side window and shot into the Jeep. Miles' next known action, he and Essence picked up Davis, who was on foot after the shooting.
You accomplished the murder, so you done threw your whole college career, everything you worked from the childhood, all because your best friend wanted to goddamn be a crash out. You gave that nigga the gun to be a crash out for what?
He was testified.
Bitch
They
was
went
your
back
downfall.
to VA University Downs, the apartment complex where they started the
Nice
night.
little pool.
Davis testified. He gave the gun back to Darius Miles. Davis also said he did not know what Miles.
It's a whole lot of testifying going on and snitchery for there to be some best friends. For sure, bro. All I hear is testify, testify, testify. Lord.
did with the gun. Police investigators Brandon Culpepper testified that the
Testified?
firearm was found at the apartment where the group went before and after the time of the strip. Firearm
they
was
gave
in
him
the
the whole
closet
story.
in a drawer wrapped in a Gatorade towel. So at this point, we know that the person.
Niggas, they goddamn trying to get a sponsor deal. They done told them the type of brand the towel was wrapped in. Goddamn, where the complex at. Goddamn, what pool they in. Goddamn, they just snitching all across the board. This is nasty work.
pulled the trigger had testified on his homeboy who haven't set to take trial. And we also
None of them
know
had
that
to do
wasn't
this
needed
shit.
because according
They
to
hooping.
the investigator who was investigating this case, he determined that Miles was
Davis the only crash out who probably had to do this shit because the nigga ain't got no fucking skill. He can't play football, can't play basketball. Nigga just a nigga that lived close to the school. And they threw their life away for this dumb nigga. Brandon slipped out of one for sure. Darius almost got that nigga fucked up.
just as guilty because of a conversation that was captured on the dash of the Tesla. And to be point blank, a Tesla solved this murder. Nonetheless, on the first week of May of
Communication
2025,
at
Darius
all-time
Miles,
high.
the basketball star who's been incarcerated since January of 2023, he just witnessed his best friend, Michael Davis, tell on him and still get
Michael
life in
Buzzneck
prison,
Davis.
all while he still wait for a trial date.
In Tuscaloosa will spend the rest of his life in prison after being found guilty of capital murder today.
Michael
Damn.
Davis found guilty by a jury for
Damn. So if your partner just got sentenced while you still waiting on your sentence, it ain't looking too good for you, partner. It probably gonna be a 25 to life with a appeal, goddamn, I don't know, man. They throw that appeal in there, goddamn, parole or whatever, possibility of parole. But your man's is cooked, bro. No parole, no daylight, no freedom ever again.
shooting death of Birmingham's Jamia Harris.
WVTM 13's Jarvis
Congratulations, bro. You
Robertson
got
is
the
joining
award
us
you wanted.
live now with how Harris's family is responding to the news.
Michael Davis and Darius Miles are both charged in connection to Jamia Harris's death. Now, today, one of the suspects learned his next chapter. We did have a chance to hear from her
His
parents
next
after
chapter is
court,
crazy.
and they were very pleased with the jury's verdict.
Life behind bars.
You know, it can go any way but guilty.
DeCarla Hurd has felt the heartache ever since January.
Condolences to them. Sad they had to lose their baby girl to a dirty bum who ain't even go to college. Shout out to you, baby girl, RP. Condolences to the family. She lost her life to a goddamn crash out. Son gotta grow up without a mom cause of crash out. But that concludes the video, man. Basically, nigga on a college team had everything going for herself. Probably could be in the NBA right now. Instead, asks for the fire, hands the fire to his best friend, and his best friend does the ultimate crash out. And now both of them are going down, down, down. That's the Family TV, man. If you haven't seen their channel, subscribe to them. I'm MachineZo. Subscribe to Chill Life with Zoe. We just here streaming and reacting. And we gonna hit you with another one. And for now, we out. Peace.